Well, that was interesting. My Aoocci was telling me that one of the tyres was low. It looked to be the front tyre, which turned out to be the back tyre was very, very low. Thank goodness for the tyre pressure management system, eh? So let's go. G'day, I'm Dave from Two Wheels M. I've been riding with the Aoocci U6 on my Himalayan now for about 2 months. And these have been proper rides, you know, B roads, heat, rain, highways, all the normal Australian nonsense. Aoocci sent me this unit for free. They haven't seen the video, they don't get to approve it, and I'm not putting an affiliate link in the description, which makes this video a bit different because most of them are filmed in a shed between the unboxing and shouting about a discount code. The difference is, I've actually lived with it. So very quickly, what is it? The U6 is basically a 6-inch waterproof Android tablet that bolts to your handlebars. You can use it in 2 ways, as an Apple CarPlay or Android Auto from your phone, or as a standalone Android unit with its own GPS and its own apps. On top of that, it has a front and rear dash cam recording continuously to an SD card, tyre pressure mounting with valve cap sensors front and rear. So it's not just a dumb screen, it's trying to be your navigator, your TPMS and your dash cam all in one. One of the things I really like is that it doesn't have to lean on my phone at all. Most of the CarPlay slabs, and I've got a CarPuride as well, are basically, hey, I'm a screen. Please sacrifice your phone battery to the electronic gods so I can function. This isn't that. The U6 is an Android device in its own right. I use OsmAnd as my map of choice. The Aoocci runs on it without draining the phone's battery. It has its own GPS receiver stuck on the back of the bike. If my phone dies, overheats, or I leave it in a tank bag, the U6 just keeps navigating. And from a battery point of view, that's huge. I'm not chewing through my phone battery all day just to have a map on the bars. I also like knowing that my entire life isn't sitting on the handlebars. If someone grabs this and runs, I've lost a nav box and some cameras, which is annoying but manageable. If they grab my phone, that's banking, email, 2FA, photos, everything. So for me, being able to leave the phone tucked away, you know, in a pocket or a purse quietly charging while the U6 does all the forward-facing work is a real win. The TPMS isn't a gimmick either. That flood I mentioned at the start, the U6 was warning me about low pressure before I could feel anything wrong. I checked the front, looked fine. Turns out the rear was way down. Now sure, the valve cap TPMS isn't as flash as factory sensors in the rim, but it worked. It got my attention before that tyre turned into a full-blown drama. For me, that alone starts to justify the unit on longer trips. It also records front and rear HD video as you ride, straight to the SD card. I have my front camera mounted upside down, but hey, it still records. So if someone cuts you off, backs into you in a car park, or you just want footage of the idiot doing 40 and 100 zone in the right lane, it's there. You can even review clips on the screen if you need to show someone on the spot. It's not cinematic. It's not replacing your action camera, but as a black box dash cam, it's exactly what it needs to be. I've ridden with this thing in proper rain and heat, and it's been fine. No weird fogging, no random shutdowns because of overheating. The touchscreen is decent with gloves. Not perfect, but good enough. You can pair it with your cardo and listen to music or podcasts. I don't listen much to music when I ride, but if you do, it works. Just don't watch a movie when riding. You'll laugh once and then a tree will win. So here's the thing the glossy reviews kind of wave away. This thing is not a one-cable solution. You've got power, GPS antenna, front camera, rear camera, handlebar controller, and all the little bits of luma that go with it. My kid and I wired them one afternoon and it was entertaining. So we are here doing this. Christo is being annoying, as always. Snap. Just wiring things in, look at this. You got everything off the bike.
I'm wiring this up because, you know, I'm just better. Dad doesn't know how to do this type of stuff.
Dad knows exactly how to do this.
No, you don't. Dad's a little bit Dad doesn't know much.
Don't have kids.
Have kids.
It's funny, but it does make a point. You're not just sticking this thing on the handlebars with the ram mount, plugging a USB cable in and driving away. You're pulling panels off, routing cables back to front, tucking a GPS puck somewhere that it won't get kicked, and if that sounds like your idea of hell, this is probably not the unit for you. The other side of all that wiring is what happens when you want to take it off. Because of the cameras and power, I've got 3 connectors to plug in every time I put the screen back on the bike. None of them have little caps, so I don't love leaving them dangling in the rain for long. If you ride a lot, you'll probably leave the head unit on for most of the time and just pop it off in sketchy parking. If you're imagining on for commute, off for shops every day, you're going to get very sick of plugging and unplugging tails very quickly. A couple of quirks worth mentioning. It really wants to boot into Android Auto. I'll start at Standalone and it'll go, no, you definitely want Android Auto. One button fixes it, but it's a thing. It did crash once early on when I was running OsmAnd, and then it hasn't done it since. So I'm not going to dramatise that, but I also don't want to pretend it never happened. Overall, it's been really solid on the road so far. But it's more complex than a CarPlay slab, and there's more to go wrong with it. And the last negative is simply that I don't know how it behaves if I drop the bike. I haven't dropped Billy yet with it fitted. There's weight and a lot of plastic and cables up front now. It might survive. It might turn into very expensive confetti. I'll report back if I ever find out, but so far Billy and I have stayed rubber side down. Very quickly, where does this sit compared to the other options? Phones on the bars. Cheapest and simplest, but you're fighting overheating, battery drain, notifications popping up mid-corner, and the my entire life is now bolted to the handlebars problem. Basic CarPlay boxes. I like mine. For a lot of people, they're the sweet spot. Single USB cable, phone does the brains, screen does the showing. If all you want is maps and music from your phone, they're great. But make sure you bring a charging brick for the phone. And the U6. This is for people who want a self-contained nav plus TPMS plus dashcam box powered by the bike. You pay in complexity and in dollars, but you get something that keeps working even if your phone is dead, offline or hidden away safely. And so after 2 months, yeah, I'm keeping it on the bike. For a 5-minute ride to the shops, it's overkill. A bit like wearing a full Klim suit to get milk. But for longer rides, for touring, for hot days where the phones melt on the bars, for those moments when TPMS and dashcam footage might save your bacon, I really like having it there. It's not perfect, the install is fiddly, the connectors are a bit of a faff, and it does have its own little personality quirks. But it hasn't overheated, it hasn't fallen off, it hasn't corrupted footage, and it's already caught one tyre problem before I did. So if it sounds like it solves your problems, do your research. Work out if you want all this functionality, and then make your own mind up. Ride safe, check your tyre pressures, and don't live your entire digital life on your handlebars.